Hi everyone, welcome to Science Lab. The science are happening because the Lord Jesus is coming.
Every day we are looking at some of the great signs that are happening around us, and today we are going to look at some of the end time signs happening in Europe.
France is resurrecting the Holy Roman Empire. Under the leadership of President Emmanuel Macron, France has turned against America and Britain. Instead of siding with its former allies, France is now courting its World War I and II enemy Germany.
In light of Bible prophecy, this turn of events is very alarming. In fact, it led into a horrifying crisis, but at the same time, this news can fill you with great hope if you understand Bible promises.
Last year, the whole world witnessed France's bitter clash with America. In an interview with The Economist in November, President Macron said, "The United States is turning its back on us. What we are currently experiencing is the brain death of NATO." The US hasn't led NATO perfectly, but it has paid for Europe's security for decades. Meanwhile, European member states, including France, haven't spent the minimum requirement on their militaries as required by NATO rules. But instead of calling on Europe to contribute more to NATO, Macron is stirring a rebellion against the US. Why such harsh words? Why is Macron so negative towards the US when France has benefited so much from that relationship? If not for America's part in 2 world wars, France would be part of Germany today. US President Donald Trump responded by saying, "Nobody needs NATO more than France." If we just look back over the last long period of time, nobody needs NATO more than France. And frankly, the one that benefits really the least is the United States. We benefit the least. We are helping Europe. Mr. Trump is exactly right. France has benefited most from NATO. But there is a profound reason why Macron is opposing America the way he is. The real catalyst for this changed approach by France is Germany. Germany is the only one who benefits from Macron's statements. This is not a question about Europe's security primarily. This is about a changing world order. It is a question of accepting or opposing America's dominance. It is also a question of whether France is willing to surrender to Germany's rule. Macron is not arguing over minor conflicts of interest. He is rejecting US objectives. He believes Europe and the US have opposing military goals. NATO's first Secretary General, Lord Hastings Ismay, described the alliance goals: keep the Russians out, the Americans in, and the Germans down. If you consider how greatly France suffered at Germany's hands in World War II, you would think this would be in Macron's interest. During World War II, Russia and Germany made an alliance that enabled Germany to conquer almost all of Europe. After the war, the Allies wanted to ensure that Germany would not be able to rearm again. They agreed that Germany should never be allowed to ignite another war. NATO was created to secure the continent from the Russian threat without letting Germany rearm. Macron opposed these goals. He believes the time of the US-Europe cooperation against Russia is over. We are in Europe where we left the arms issue under the control of treaties that predated the end of the Cold War between the United States and Russia, he told The Economist. Is that a Europe that thinks about its destiny and builds? France wants Europe to step out of the shadow of America's military umbrella. It wants a Europe that is independent of the US and that no longer sees Russia as their main enemy. But without NATO, the post-war order is in acute danger. New military alliances are bound to form and dramatically shift the balance of power. This is especially dangerous considering that the world is now armed with nuclear bombs. A break of the relative peace since World War II would lead to the end of humanity if God would allow it. Macron is risking all this, and you need to understand why. France's betrayal of America and Britain should be a strong warning to this world. Macron is not just calling for a re-evaluation of relations, he is calling for a European army which will undoubtedly be led by Germany. By letting Germany rearm after the war, America and Britain were taking a calculated risk, as their leaders and even German leaders said at the time. A clear trend is taking place. President Macron demanded what Germany wants. I don't believe Macron would ever say what he says unless Germany approves it. He acts as a sort of puppet to Germany. In a speech in October 1995, Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher warned, "You have not anchored Germany to Europe, which was the original plan. You have anchored Europe to a newly dominant, unified Germany. In the end, my friends, you will find it will not work." Mrs. Thatcher's strong stance against Germany helped get her ousted from office. And to this day she is criticized for it. But it is the truth. That is a big reason a majority of British voters chose to leave the European Union in 2016. They know Europe is anchored to Germany. As CNBC headlined in February 2019, Brexit is a revolt against a German-run European superstate. If France would support Britain's opposition to German dominance, Germany's control of Europe would be greatly diminished. But Macron does exactly the opposite. From the beginning of his term, Macron has been calling on all Europe to get behind Brussels. The EU's economic strength hinges on Germany. Germany is the largest net contributor to the EU. With around 83 million citizens and a GDP of nearly $4 trillion, Germany is the EU's most populous country and its largest economy. For those reasons, Germany sends the most members to the European Parliament. Germany leverages this into a tremendous power. The government's finances are healthy. It is actually paying off its debt. If a European country needs bailing out, Germany is the one and only that can offer substantial help. But that help requires meeting Germany's conditions. Germany's clout means that many of Brussels' top jobs are filled by Germans. The European Commission President, Brussels' most powerful position in Germany. In the European Parliament, the largest, most powerful party is led by a German. The Parliament's Secretary General is a German. So is the Secretary General in the US version of its foreign ministry. Other EU countries commonly complain that there are too many Germans in Brussels' top jobs. An EU-led military would bring this German dominance into the military sphere. Geopolitical Futures founder George Friedman wrote, collaborating on defense budgets with each nation contributing based on economic size would mean that Germany would be both the leading economic and military power in Europe. The EU's whole system is designed to create a superstate dependent on and dominated by Germany. And Britain leaving the EU gives Germany even more power. Britain's opposition is a major reason Brussels hasn't been more powerful.
By calling on all Europe to support Brussels, Macron is essentially demanding surrender to Germany. The more united Europe is, the harder it will be for Britain to escape Germany's claws. Macron is betraying Britain and surrendering to Germany.
Macron is announcing this coming European army, but Germany will be the one that makes it happen, whether the rest of Europe likes it or not, and a lot of them are not going to like it. The Bible reveals that in Revelation 17 and other passages that the European Union will be pared down to 10 nations or 10 kings.
We have seen about the end-time signs happening in Europe, but there is more. Don't go anywhere, we will meet you after a short break. Welcome back to Science Lab. The signs are happening because the Lord Jesus is coming. We have seen about the end-time signs happening in Europe, and let's continue. While Macron is seeking closer alliance with Germany, he is also allying with Europe's oldest institution, the Roman Catholic Church. Macron is thus leading France into a dangerous church-state union that has plagued the continent for centuries, the Holy Roman Empire.
In the name of religion, millions have fought and died on the European continent. For rejecting Catholicism, many have been tortured and killed by the state, but at the behest of the church.
Even though Germany has neglected its army in recent years, it still dominates Europe. Imagine what would happen if Germany committed its industrial might and economy to its army. Due to Germany's current weak government, it appears that France is Europe's leader when it comes to all these proposals. But once Germany commits to taking the lead, no one will be able to stop it from dominating. This is especially true once Britain is out of the EU. Macron doesn't just want an EU army, he also wants to merge Europe's arms industry and become independent from the US. Here again, Germany dominates Europe's arms industry, so France would have to submit to Germany if it wants to get anything done. Fear of German controls has stopped many European mergers before. But under Macron, France is much more willing to take that risk. consider also that anytime German politicians have called for more arms exports to the Middle East, public outcry has resulted. For years, Germany has battled this in delivering weapons to Saudi Arabia. As Germany's and France's weapons production increasingly merge, this topic is no longer solely a German question. France is now involved. In January 2019, Macron demanded that Europe export more arms to Saudi Arabia. Despite receiving criticism, Macron continues to speak in Germany's interest. Another example is Europe's relationship with Russia. German businesses are urging politicians to end sanctions against Russia and strengthen ties. But if politicians were to do so, there would be great public outcry within and outside of Germany. Unsurprisingly, the government is keeping quiet and avoiding criticism. Meanwhile, Macron does the dirty work. In May, Macron said that he would like to see Russia remain a member of the Council of Europe. He also demanded that Europe reevaluate its relationship with Russia. He believes that the time of Europe-US cooperation against Russia is over. He said, "We are in Europe where we left the arms issues under the control of treaties that predated the end of the Cold War between the United States and Russia. Is that a Europe that thinks about its destiny and builds that is a clear trend taking place?" Macron demands what Germany wants is willing to face criticism for it. Macron's betrayal of Britain and the US was prophesied. Because France is empowering Germany, we are about to see the resurrection of European superpower that has plagued the continent for centuries, the Holy Roman Empire. The German press agency wrote on November 26, 2019 that Germany and France may have jointly launched an initiative to reform the EU. The goal is to create a more united and sovereign European Union. The working papers address topics such as strong roles for Europe on the world stage, climate change, defense, digitalization, European values, and migration. Germany and France have drawn up a blueprint for 2 years conference on the future of Europe aimed at overhauling nearly all aspects of how the European Union functions, including possible treaty changes if needed be, wrote Politico, which first saw the document. Germany and France now have a unique opportunity to make their policies and priorities of the whole European Union. Germany will hold the rotating presidency of the Council of the EU in the second half of the 2020 and France in the first half of 2022. The blueprint suggests that a senior European personality would chair a steering committee of experts and bring about the reforms in cooperation with the EU Commission, Council and Parliament. Ever since his inauguration in 2017, French President Emmanuel Macron has called for major reforms in the EU, but he has been disappointed by Germany's lack of support. But the urgency of the time and Macron's persistence have caused the two countries to agree on some fundamental issues. Both know that the time to reform the EU is now, but they also know that it has to be led by them working together. They also realize that not everyone in EU will agree with their proposed reforms. Therefore, they included the possibility of changing the EU treaties, which could allow other member states to be left behind. This is not the first attempt by EU to create a united continent. The late Otto von Habsburg, member of the European Parliament, appropriately said, "The European community is living largely by the heritage of the Holy Roman Empire, though the great majority of the people who live by it don't know by what heritage they live." This Holy Roman Empire has united various European countries politically, militarily, and religiously throughout history. In most cases, it was a German king who brought great unity through overwhelming military might.
Germany wanted a European army long ago. It seeks to revive the powerful army of the Holy Roman Empire. Germans have planned for this since before the World War II ended. We need to see what is God doing and why God is allowing it to happen. In fact, He is even putting it in their minds to do it.
France may be the one calling for a powerful European army, but Germany has the power to create it. People don't talk about this because they don't want to face the reality.
The Bible reveals repeatedly that America's and Britain's lovers are going to betray them. America and Britain today rely on their global prestige and past glory. But we cannot protect ourselves, though we think we can. This is a painful lesson we must yet learn.
All this shows that what is mentioned in the Bible that are going to take place in the end times are taking place in our lifetime. We are living in the last days and the Lord Jesus Christ is coming again very soon. Thank you for watching this episode and don't forget to tune into the Science Lab next time.
Before we end the show, we would like to ask you a question. What did French President Emmanuel Macron said about NATO? Option A, heart attack. Option B, brain dead. And option C, paralysis.
Send us your correct answer to our email address sciencelab@angeltv.org. If you have missed any of the episodes, don't worry, you can watch it again and again in our Science Lab YouTube page. But don't forget to like, share and comment on the video.
Ask your friends and relatives to watch the Science Lab so that they will know that we are living in the last days. Remember, signs are happening because the Lord Jesus is coming.
Maranatha.